The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Drivers, start your engines!
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here, and welcome back to another season of NASCAR Racing. 2003 season, we are ready to tackle the Daytona International Speedway, the Daytona Rising version. As you can see from the intro, we are driving a brand new car this year. It is the number 39 Saka Kinorisa Games Camaro, and Brandon is actually in his own paint scheme as well. He is in the gunmetal gray Exalta Camaro. And we're rolling off about middle of the pack. We're doing a 10% race length just like last season, but we're doing 3X tire wear. So those races that we had to pit twice, we'll only be pitting once. We have Chase Elliott in the 9 right in front of us. It's going to get dicey, it's going to get big, but the 2018 season is underway. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Under AJ Allmendinger. Let's see if we can hold the bottom here. We're going to need some help to move forward, but everyone is pretty much minding their P's and Q's down in 4th gear. Let's get into this first turn, picking up a lot of speed. Looks like the bottom is rolling under the 2 of Brad Keselowski and his teammate, the 22 Pennzoil Ford of Joey Logano. Let's see if we can get to the bottom. Double yellow line out of the way. Chase, ooh, he almost comes back in us. That's a little aggressive for the start, but it's the Daytona 500 and there's only 19 laps to go. This new track has a little bit more aggressive banking, a little bit more grip than the stock NASCAR Racing 2003 season Daytona track. So we're feeling a little bold and ambitious under the 1 of Jamie McMurray, and then we'll settle in behind that 14 Rush truck Ford of Clint Boyer. Let's look to his inside, see if we can get a fender in there. Boyer's trying to squeeze us down, but we can make it stick. Behind that 18 M&M's Toyota of Kyle Busch. Up on the high side is the number 12 of Ryan Blaney, and we see the new driver, the 88, Alex Bowman, there in the nationwide colors. Selling in behind the defending Daytona 500 champion. Whoa, Kyle shoves us down. Looks like Kyle is a little aggressive. He doesn't want us getting to his brother, Kurt Busch, in that monster Ford. Looks like Kyle Larson up in front of him, and the rookie William Byron in the 24 this year. So far, so good. We're making good progress here. The car setup, we dropped the rear end a little bit to get that rear spoiler out of the air as much as possible. Should help our straight line speed, and we have plenty of grip here. There's the 19 of Daniel Suarez. And let's see if we can carry this momentum down. Yes, we can. William Byron moves down the block, taking a run on the leader, Denny Hamlin, who was the pole sitter for this race. And it looks like we're going to be able to push young William Byron up to the front. But let's see if we can lead some laps, shall we? We'll peek to the outside there. You can see Brandon in our mirror helping out, trying to give us the shove we need to get by. Looking to the inside, Byron will lead that lap. But we have the preferred line starting lap 4. We are going to probably cut the race in half here, 10 laps and 10 laps, although pit road may get pretty busy on lap 10. So we'll stay out 1 extra lap. I think we can do that. I think fuel lasted 13 laps or so, so we can afford to stay out just a little bit, especially if the caution were to come out right as the leaders are pitting there on lap 10. We can stay out, ride around, get everything cleaned up, and then pit under caution. So that way we don't have to lose that many spots, but we are leading the field now. The first lap led of the 2018 season. There we go at the Daytona International Speedway, feeling pretty good. This is a better start to this year than last year. If I remember right, I couldn't make my way up to the front in the last Daytona 500 last February, but that seems like so long ago when Tony Stewart took that first win of the 2000 season. But with Brandon right behind us helping push, I don't think these guys will have really much of anything for us. We're going to stay single file nose to tail at least until pit stops are done. We really want to ride out these next 5 laps, protect the bottom, make sure nothing can get by us. And as fast as this speedway is, the laps will click away very quickly. One more lap down in the books. Brandon is still right there. I'm trying to see if anyone can mount a charge behind Brandon. He looks to be dropping to the inside. I don't want to cut off his nose here. If he's running a little hot, I'll let him get down there and get some air on the nose. We're running different grill tapes. I'm running 65% grill tape. Brandon is on 70, so that 5% grill tape may make a difference. In practice, we've blown our engine a few times trying to run 75% tape to get as much speed as possible. So I'm erring on the side of caution here on 65%. Maybe on pit stops, I'll increase it to 70%. That way we can get a little bit more speed out of it, but no need to worry about that now. We're already 1/3 of the way through the race now, the first race of the season, and things are looking good, looking okay. As long as my teammate is back there pushing, we should be fine. It's like the old days of the tandem. But these AI are pretty vicious. We tweak their rankings and ratings, and we think we have a pretty good balance of aggression and top speed and driver skill. So we'll see how that comes to play this season. Last season it was really one-sided with the top 10 drivers. This year we're hoping for a little bit more parity. We're hoping that we can see some different AI drivers running up front besides us. Although I'm not going to lie, it is very nice leading this race. Brandon peeking down there. He didn't get to my rear bumper yet. I'll wash up just a little bit, see if he can look to the inside. I don't think he's going to make a move. He looks to be pretty content there pushing in second. As I qualified a few spots better than him, it would make sense for me to come down pit road first. That way I don't have to drive around him. But we'll see if that comes to fruition. You know, strategy goes out the window as soon as the flag drops, so we'll see if he can stay on our rear bumper and see what happens when these AI cars start pitting here in just a few laps. We're starting lap 9 now, and I believe at the end of lap 10, the AI are going to come down. That will be the true halfway mark of the race. So we need to stay out in front for about 5 more miles, and let's see what happens. We should be screaming through these corners fairly well, and I'm not seeing really any charge from the back behind Brandon, although I can't really see past it. There goes Brandon getting some clean air on that nose down to the inside, and then we get back in line here. He may be blocking the oncoming lane. The AI likes to merge onto the bottom and really start working that bottom, so if Brandon's going to be my blocker, that will be fine. And there we're coming to lap 10. Next time by will be halfway, and I assume the AI will be coming down this time. Lap traffic may be a factor once pit stops happen, especially if these cars don't get out in packs, or at least in a few groups. We'll run up on cars running by themselves very quickly here. So we will wait and look in the mirror and see if anyone has anything for us. I expect a good number of people to be down this particular lap, although it's tough to see in that mirror. They should duck off right about here if they are going to pit. I didn't catch anyone pitting. Brandon has a better look at that than I do, but we'll pit at the end of this lap. 10 more laps to go, so that was the halfway mark. Let's come down this time and get just right side tires, I think, and let's go up on that grill tape to 70%, try to get a little bit more straight line speed if we are going to lead the race. We have plenty of clean air on the nose, so it doesn't hurt to add a little bit more tape. We're not running hot just yet, and you know, there'll only be 8 laps to go in the race anyway, so we can afford to run the engine a little hot, we think. All right, let's come down this time. Look for that Sunoco sign down below the double yellow line. Let's brake in as straight as line as possible. 3,000 in second gear is our pit road speed at the cone, or 3,500. And I am just past the opening. There goes Brandon, looking for his pit stall. He will peel off first. There's my pit stall there. 2 tires and fuel, boys. Let's get it. Right side tires are on. We are down and away around the 9 of Chase Elliott, back up to 3,500. And this track does have a very treacherous exit when it comes to merging back up. If you wash up, of course, you hit that banking, and that gets the car really upset. But the car almost wants to spin and pivot. There's a sweet spot right about here where the back tire just sort of rests on the banking, and you can pretty much keep it full throttle and keep the car under the double yellow line. Let's keep it under. We don't want to get black flagged. All right, we can merge back on the track, and let's just take one lane and look for anyone behind us that may be mounting a charge and really carrying speed from that last pit stop. I don't see any competition really out there. I see a little bit forming up. So far so good. We'll come back around this time and see where we stack up as far as the standings go. We came on pit road in first place, and we are going to come back around in first. So we managed to keep our spot on pit road, and Brandon is right there behind us helping out. So now we just have to wash, rinse, and repeat what we did the first half of the race with Brandon and I locked together. Although the AI will not be denied, there are a lot of fast race cars out here, and I believe we have some lap traffic coming up. I just have that sneaking suspicion that we're going to get on the tail end of those guys that did not pit with a partner, and we're going to be catching them fairly quickly. Coming around to start lap 14, we are 2/3 of the way through the race. So we're good on fuel, should be good on tires, and looking at the temperature gauge on the engine, I don't think there's much to worry about here. So we're leading a lot of laps here, and Brandon is helping us out a ton by staying right there in line and pushing us when he can, trying to break away from these AI cars that are looming right behind us. And I'm keeping an eye out for these lap cars that may be coming up. My eyes may be playing tricks on me, but yep, I see them right up there. So we will definitely be catching lap traffic. If we can put them to our advantage, that would be amazing. We have to catch them in the middle of a corner, and if they're on the bottom, we'll take the outside and hope the AI are dumb enough to follow them instead of us, and then we'll just fly right on by. Well, it looks like, though, we'll catch them on the backstretch, which the AI can probably navigate them pretty well. We'll see who we're about to put the first laps down in 2018. They are in a little pack. A group of two's better than running all by yourself, but certainly not like a gravy train. So we'll get a big pull on them, and we may catch them entering 3. Yeah, we've got a big pull here. We'll go to the outside, and we'll see if the AI are dumb enough to stay on that double yellow. So let's go around the 95 of Casey Kane and cut under the Michael McDowell car. All right, so far so good. We made it through, and I don't think anyone else is going to be off the lead lap here. So we just got to keep eyes in the mirror. The laps are ticking down. Just 5 laps to go here. And if the AI get around the lap cars, they can probably link up and run much faster than us. Brandon and I have struggled with the setup to run just plain faster than the AI. I mean, we're close, but if they link up and really get to single file racing, they're going to catch us. Let's see if we can make short work with this lap car here all by his lonesome. We'll go to the outside. Old Ty Dillon's going to cut down to the bottom, and we will cruise right on around that 13. And eyes on the prize, 4 laps to go. Brandon's still there in the mirror. That makes me feel pretty safe. As long as he can run blocker, I think we might be able to get a win out of this thing. We're definitely strong enough, but, you know, this is Daytona and anything is possible. Although if a yellow flag were to come out now, there are no green-white checkers programmed in this game. So if a yellow were to come out and it was big, we would take the win under yellow. I mean, I'd take it for sure. I wouldn't argue. But, you know, it's always good to race for a win. So let's hope we can pull this off here. Coming to 3 laps to go. And this is when everything starts picking up. Business really starts moving, and I think the AI finds another gear if I'm honest. So these 3 laps, we just have to hold it wide open. We have to protect the bottom, and we have to watch that mirror, see if anyone is making a charge. We'll stay right here in line, see if we can get a pull, any sort of pull off the lap cars up there. I don't think we'll be able to catch them before the race end, but speed disparity between leaders and lap cars are tremendous. Coming around to 2 laps to go. The next time by, the flagman will have the white flag in his hand. Yeah, we're going to catch him, and it's going to get bad. Up, Brandon to the inside. He may be blinking. That's a connection issue, but I see Truex right behind him. So Brandon with the power move to the bottom. We're going to drop back to 4th, maybe 5th, it seems. We got Alex Bowman right beside us. Let's see if we can get a pull off of Daniel Suarez here. Now our engine's heating up, but there's only 2 laps to go, so we're going to do it. Okay, shoot the middle. Ooh, around Brendan, gone. That was close. All right, we're going to have to hang tight on this high line, try to side draft as best we can, get a pull off Martin Truex Jr. The white flag will be in the air this time. Here we go, 1 more lap to go at Daytona in the season opener. Oh, I'm going to need a lot of help if we're going to get back to the front. Brandon can get him a win, though. Yeah, I'm stalling out back here. The backstretch is going to have to be my friend. If I can power by Suarez and get behind Truex, we might be able to make something work. I'll try to sniff a draft off of Brandon, work here, try to force Suarez down. He's going to roll out of it, it seems, but I'm on the outside of Truex. I can't come down just yet without wrecking us all. Nope. I'm just going to have to be able to hold off Suarez. If Brandon slows up and checks up Truex, I might be able to get beside him. But coming to the line, it looks like Brandon's protecting the bottom. Brandon will take the Daytona 500. We're going to finish in 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a hard-fought race. We could have won that one. We led the most laps for sure, but Brandon did what he needed to do when it counted. So the team car gets the victory. That was a good race. So Brandon has locked himself into the chase, which is really cool for him for sure. Let's give him a little rub here. Good win. Oh, no, ow. Ow. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That car's going into Daytona USA anyway. Oh, well. We still finished 3rd. No worries. I'm going to have to take a look at that last lap and just see what that looked like from the television perspective here. So there we were. We had help from Bowman around the outside of Suarez there, and we were sniffing off of Truex just a bit. In hindsight, maybe I could have squeezed between Suarez and Bowman, but I mean, I don't think a car length was there. What really helped there was getting on the backstretch. It looked like Suarez stalled out, and then Bowman went with me. He did duck back to the bottom, though. I'm surprised I didn't drop back behind Bowman. So we had a very stout race car and a very strong piece in order to hold up there on the high lane. 1 more lap and we would have caught that lap traffic. That may have made all the difference, but coming to the line, there we go. Beating Suarez for a nice 3rd place. But looking at the chase standings, it's never too early to start thinking about the chase. Kyle Larson is your cutoff driver, and each one of these points is a position on the track. Brandon has secured his spot into the chase. We're 15 positions ahead of the cutoff, but right there, of course, at the cutoff spot, it's a melee. Jay McMurray and Ryan Blaney just a point off. Chase Elliott 2-3, and Joey Gase with a strong showing in the top 20. But Atlanta may shake that up on its head. But that's going to do it for me in this episode of NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week at Atlanta. Take care.